never could put out of my mind, how are we going to help these Christians in this place to not be starving all the time?
3.5 years ago, someone gave me 2 twins because they were very sickly, and I was able to feed them and give them back to their families. Since then, I have been able to help 300 babies. Their mothers have died, so they have no maternal milk. And so these babies usually get smaller and smaller and smaller and die because they have nothing to eat. No one can afford the price of milk formula. So we're calling this Babies Without Milk. We give them milk every 2 weeks, and we can look at the baby and make sure the baby's growing, and then we can give them more milk. And we teach the extended family that keeps the baby the hygiene, how to do bottles and everything in order to take care of the baby properly. The baby stays with the daddy and the grandma and the aunts. It takes a lot of effort in the beginning to train the grandmother in hygiene because she doesn't really believe in germs. She doesn't know anything about germs. But we teach them to boil the water and boil the bottles. We have to get bottles from the United States because here they melt. And they are willing to put the effort into keeping this child alive because it is their baby. It is their family. And so we're just empowering these people to keep their own child, and it's very exciting.
If you don't practice practical acts of compassion, the message may not be heard. You cannot work in a culture where there's great suffering and sickness without addressing the medical needs.
I went out and started looking for things that would really work in this place. Instead of everyone planting a couple of orange trees, a couple of grapefruit trees, a couple of palm trees, a couple of these, one coconut, whatever, we're going to change strategies, and we're going to plant a bunch of palm trees. Palm oil makes this red oil. It's everyone's favorite food in this area. They grow it on the coast, and they grow it all the way in the other end of the country, and we're right in the middle where it's the most expensive. And yet it's one of the trees that grows the best here. We're going to do palm trees and we're going to do orange trees. We're going to try to get 1,000 palm trees per head of the family of each church member. We're going to try to get 1,000 apiece. We've gone into the plantation business, and all of the Christians are all focusing on, well, several different varieties, but mainly oranges and palm trees. In addition, the people here figured out that they needed better mango trees, and so they found the only place in this entire region where the fruit stays on the tree long after everybody else's mangoes are all rotten. And now we have that variety. In the past, these were slash and burn agriculturalists. Instead of slash and burn and deforestation, we have reforestation projects where we're basically making permanent plantations that they're going to protect the trees, and they're going to have these large plantations and they're farming on the side, and it'll double their income. And the year that they're sick now without the trees, it just can't work, and their whole family will suffer. But with the trees, whether they're sick, whether they're healthy, the trees will still be producing fruit. The development aspects are that we have a cash crop, and we have reforestation, and we have Christians who now have the ability to feed their families instead of starve, and they'll be able to evangelize their own people instead of just live from one day to the next.